Hey, it's Mitchell. Today we're looking at MIUI 11 in Xiaomi EU. It's custom ROM based on the China beta ROM for the Redmi K20 Pro. And let's just get right into the thing that I know lots of people are going to be asking about, which is battery life. Here, I let the phone charge overnight. So far on Wi-Fi, we have 1 hour, 23 minutes of screen on time, and we are at 88%. So I'm probably looking at close to 8.5, 10 hours screen on time on this new ROM, depending upon your usage. Next, we're just going to dive right into the settings. We can see that we have an update on like the overall aesthetic of the settings in MIUI 11. It's a very material design aesthetic. It's pretty nice. And one of the features they talked about, casting, and having a lot of that casting stuff built in. I haven't tried casting my phone to this TV. I'll try doing that today and maybe make a separate video about it. If you'd like to see it, let me know down below. But we see we have that new cast feature in here. The next new thing is going to be the ambient display and lock screen. I know a lot of people are going to have questions about this. This was some of the animations that they showed off in the launch. And I have tested these and they all do work as advertised, and you do actually get most of your notifications that come up here. Although I'm not an active on or always on display kind of person, I'd rather keep the extra battery life. One thing they were really stoked about at the display was this ability for your screen to have a message on it, basically. Animations for notifications. If you get an incoming notification, it will light up the sides of your display. You can go ahead and put this to the color that you have bought of your device, and this is how it looks. I have it set right now to light up on the red when I get an incoming display, and I have noticed that this feature can be kind of buggy. That feature is here. And it is cool. I think it is a pretty cool thing to see in the new MIUI 11. Sound and vibrations, something that they talked about was a brand new like theming sound engine, I guess you could say, and like to have a all nature inspired theme. Notifications, we have nature sounds. And overall, this is just like a new aesthetic for it. It is kind of cartoony, but at the same time, it's like all flat and kind of material design. Kind of interesting for them to go down this road. These new sounds, does it make it more relaxing to use your device? You know, I don't know if I can quantify it being more or less relaxing, but it is a more kind of gentle user experience with these new sounds. Just a word of caution, I've tried some of these other themes with the device, like the Android 10 dark theme, and it is still kind of buggy. Additional settings. One thing I've done in the developer options with all of these animations, and it's something I do to all of my devices, is I have the animations turned to 50% speed, so they are twice as fast. I prefer that more. They have talked about a bunch of new animations in MIUI 11, but it is worth noting that some of these animations I've seen have seemed kind of slow and jittery, whereas when I turn them to be twice as fast, the animations seem to perform better, and my experience using them is more enjoyable. Button and shortcuts. We still don't have press and hold the power button for 5 seconds to turn on Google Assistant. Okay, next, let's go into screen on time. This is Xiaomi's take on the digital well-being app, and it shows you the amount of time you've spent in each app. I absolutely find myself addicted to my phone. A lot of it is interacting with you guys. And before we go any further, I want to thank everyone that uses my affiliate links. It really makes it possible for me to keep this channel going. If you want to buy a K20 Pro, link in the description down below. You guys want to connect with me, go ahead and hit up my Twitter. And if you guys want to send me some of the photos that you've taken with your K20 Pro or with your Xiaomi device, check out Xiaomitography. Also, there's going to be a write-up about this on my website. And for all of that kind of other stuff, other ways to get a hold of me, there's links in all my video descriptions. Next up is the special features. Now, the game turbo mode allows you to do a various different amount of settings. We have quick replies. I haven't gotten any of the quick replies to work yet. I also don't really use text messaging. And I also have it so that the pop-up comes in my notifications. If there's something I can do to change that, please let me know. And the lift open front camera, this is something that's totally new. We have the visual effects and we have the sound effects. That hasn't really changed at all with it. Now, something I found really interesting that I just wanted to comment on is, although Xiaomi has done this like very material design, very like clean display, we still have these like rounded buttons, which kind of annoy me for some reason, just from an aesthetics point of view. Also, as you guys can see, we do have the new Android 10 security and privacy prompts for this stuff. And here we have the different photo modes. This is something that's usually on Xiaomi EU. I don't know if it's going to be on the final stable version. We have Beautify, or we have like the live filters. We have the dynamic shots, AI camera, and then up here we have Google Lens integration right into the display, show grid lines, which is something I've been asking for a while, framing, tilt shift timer. Now in the video, people were asking if there's going to be video features. We have Beautify for videos. Still, that is capped at 720p quality. In regards to regular quality, we have 4K 30, 4K 60. And like I said before in a video about this, we have video stabilization, but it's not available for any of the higher frame rates. So if you want to shoot 4K with EIS, you need to use 4K 30, which is a big disappointment because there's nothing that really tells the user that it's not available in the other frame rates. We still have the 48 megapixels. We still have the night mode. Something that's kind of a bummer is that the night mode is not compatible with the ultra wide, and that's something that they could totally change in software, but they won't. It's also worth noting is here we have the ultra wide, and the longest shutter speed that we can do is half a second, which to me is a really big bummer. I wish that we could have more features and we ran this test twice. Multi-core was 2405, single core was 64.4. The second time I ran it, it was 2023 and then 469. Obviously, there was some heat issues with the device. We scored 323, 355. Again, some of this might have to do with thermal throttling on the device, whether or not I give the device time to cool off or turn the device off. A lot of this stuff is going to depend on heat and thermals in general when we're talking about benchmarks. Okay, if you flashed ROM and wanted to know when you lock the screen, is there a black status bar that appears just before the full screen black? Is it cleaner, faster? Does it have a button for dark mode? Dark mode. So dark mode for me, it is weird and it works on all but Telegram. If I use it with Telegram, I cannot read any of my messages. So I just have regular dark mode. Yes, it will come to the Mi 9T version. Does the default launcher got an app drawer? Yes, it does. We've had an app drawer for a while. The screen mirror, I will do a separate video once I get some more time to use it. Everything that is new. Okay. The thing that people are wanting to see in regards to like everything that's new, really what Xiaomi did in this was kind of what would be the best way to describe it? They cleaned up and they kind of optimized the way that the notifications are displayed and the way the transitions and everything works together. One thing that's worth noting is that the Google Calendar is the only app that has like the automatic dark mode. Also, this isn't a true black theme, Google. Like, this is, honestly, it's terrible. Like, I want pitch black. I don't want the screen on. If I'm gonna have a dark theme, I want it to be a true dark theme. Okay, I just slowed down the animations to 1.5 times so you guys can see what these new animations are. And as you can see, the application comes into frame from that, and then when you close it, it kind of disappears. So obviously these animations are going to be taking longer than what they would be normally. Let's check out RAM management. 2.7 gigs of 6 gigabytes available. I've noticed RAM is pretty close to what it was on MIUI 10. In fact, if anything, I've noticed a little bit better RAM management with MIUI 11, and that is to be expected. Let's look at tasks. So obviously it's going to look really slow right now because everything, like the animations are longer. So that's what's new in MIUI 11 from like an average user's perspective. If there's specific tests or things that you guys want me to run, let me know in the comment section down below. Till next time, it's Mitchell. Peace.